Hi, my name's India. This is week 2 of Those Pesky Dames, and we're going to talk about body hair. So what I want to talk about is why women would consider the removal of body hair, and maybe what's at the heart of it, and look at some alternatives. So why do women want to remove their body hair? Quite frankly, all the role models and all the women that are shown to other women in the media, in advertising, the very, very large majority of those who are shown to be sexy or successful or desirable, attractive, they are shown with the ideals that the beauty industry puts on them. So that is, amongst many other things, having nice shaven legs, nice smooth legs, definitely no underarm hair. And you get this everywhere. You get this in advertising. So you get this on the TV, radio, on your bus on the road to work, on the train, outdoor, like you're inundated with this image of what a woman should be. You also get this, of course, on glossy magazines, especially sort of the likes of Heat and things, unless they're doing an article of caught at the beach hairy or something. You're never going to get a woman on the front cover who's got hair and it's acceptable. Now, why would this be? Quite frankly, it's because of the amount that the beauty industry stand to gain from making women feel like their body hair is unacceptable, that it's not sexy, that it's something that should be banished in order for them to be attractive. So they come up with phrases like Venus's phrase, like reveal the goddess in you. You can only get the goddess, it would appear, in the terms and conditions if you use their product. There's absolutely no way that you can become a goddess unless you shave your legs. There's other things, because you're worth it, so actually you're not worth it if you don't use whichever product that's endorsing. So you also have celebrities. Very rarely are you going to see a celebrity in the mainstream that hasn't got really smooth shaved legs, shaved underarms, because that's what's seen. That's this whole concept of what's attractive that the beauty industry fosters, which celebrities then follow in order to, because they don't want to challenge it, because they want positive publicity, so they're going to follow it as well. Then you get the crazy crossbreed, and that's when you get brands breeding with celebrities, and you get things like this, which is Jennifer Lopez becoming the face of Venus. So here you've got a woman who is known to have been successful in her career, thought of to be very sexy, and she's using this brand. So, where are women meant to look for women in the public eye who don't follow this image of this beauty norm, basically? So I suppose my take on body hair is looking at why, if you do shave, I'm not saying it's wrong at all. Everyone's got their right to do whatever, but why do you do it? And perhaps look at some alternatives. And the way I would look at that personally would be looking at alternative role models, alternative figures that I could follow to see that they're just as incredible women, but they don't need to follow these beauty norms that have been created by industries that are ultimately there to make money. Like Procter & Gamble, they own Gillette, who own Venus. Last year alone, they spent over £200 million on advertising for the beauty industry. That's why people shave their legs. It's not because it's disgusting, it's because they've got so much money that they can invest in making you think it's disgusting. And, just your fiver will make you like this gorgeous woman in this poster. It's kind of sick. So, well, I think it is. So, yeah, let's look at alternatives. So maybe figures who aren't in the public eye, but who are still incredible women. Now, this is rather a good one because it follows the description quite well of this week's talk, which is hair. I mean, you probably can't see, but this is Monique, who, if you've seen the film Precious, she played the abusive mother in Precious, and this is her at the Golden Globes, and she hadn't shaved her legs. I know, shock horror. And she's like this amazing actress, she's incredible, and she's totally defying convention. You're then going to get comments from the Daily Mail saying, strangely, the 42-year-old had well pedicured, smooth feet, complete with newly applied nail varnish, but had neglected to tend to the hair on her legs. Yeah, she'd neglected to tend to it. Like, what do? You tend to a garden. You don't tend to the hair on your legs. Like, she's this incredible woman, and yet she's being criticised for for having hairy legs because that doesn't fit in with the norms that society says is beautiful. So anyway, that's bullshit. So she's really cool, and that's Monique. There's also some other people who I just found who are just like really incredible women, and they don't really follow convention either, and they should be on the front of heat, but they're not going to be. So I'm going to show you them instead. You may well know this woman. This is Andrea Gibson. That's what she looks like, and she's really cool. The description about her, well, she does spoken word, and she's done some battles, and she was the first winner of the Women's World Poetry Slam, which is really cool. And the description of her is she has powerful readings on war, class, gender, bullying, white privilege, sexuality, love, and spirituality. That's awesome! And she doesn't fit into any norms, and yet she's an incredible woman, and she's someone like that you can aspire to be, and you don't have to shave your legs in order to like be like her. Lastly, but not leastly, is this woman who I also found who's really cool. That's her there, and she's Majora Carter, and she has a lecture on TED, if you're interested in that, called Greening the Ghetto. Anyway, and she's an economic consultant, public radio host, and environmental justice advocate. And she's awesome too, of everything I've read on her, and I'm going to read a lot more. And again, she doesn't follow convention, but she's really cool, and she's a great woman, and someone to aspire to. So I've gone on far longer than I should have. So basically, my kind of end line is, if you want to shave your legs, that's cool, that's fine, but like think about why you're doing it. And it's really hard for a woman to be surrounded by all these images of what the companies want to deem is attractive. So companies like Venus, and everywhere you look, there's these thin women with these like smooth legs, and if you can look at that and think like that's being sold to me because they just want my money, that's not actually like, and no one's decided like that's officially what's beautiful. That's just what they want you to think is beautiful so you can buy their products. If you can try and look past that and find some incredibly inspirational women, as I did through just like a quick Google search, and try and take that as like a better ideal of what you can aspire to be, then that's fantastic. And if you do that and you're like, yeah, but I still want to shave my legs, that's cool, but at least you've kind of looked slightly outside the box of maybe why you did it in the first place. Anyway, I hope that kind of makes sense, and I'm sorry for the non-editedness and how long this has gone on. Okay, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.